Today my wife went bat speep crazy because I posted a pic of my son in costume before she did on Facebook, stealing all the precious likes. Reddit. What is the strangest speep your spouse got angry at you for? As per popular request, here is the picture. If posting pictures of your kid on FB made your wife got bat speep crazy, you've got a hellstorm coming when she finds out you made it to the front page of Reddit with a post about how insane she is. Good luck with that, man. Even worse, she was hoping to make it to the front page with a post about how rude her husband is for stealing her likes. My wife was yelling at me about something stupid. She screams out, "I can't even look at you anymore." She whips her head around and slams straight into the wall behind her. She then spent the next half hour blaming me for putting the wall there. I need this information. Did you build and or remodel the home you were living in? It was a condo. Nothing that I built or remodeled, and we'd lived there for a couple years at the time. To this day she still continues to blame me for her smacking into the wall. I enjoy the satisfaction of having never fixed the crack in the drywall, leaving it as a reminder of her absurd temper tantrums. Not a spouse, but I once dated a woman who got angry if I drank more than a glass of milk a day. Angry enough to stop speaking to me for small lengths of time. Her reasoning was that she just didn't see how someone could drink that much milk. Proper responses. Here's how. 1 cup. 2 cup. Red cup. Go f*** yourself, I like milk. That I can't land in Nick this weekend to see her 4-hour anniversary. LA Guardia is underwater. Lindsay. I'm in the same boat. Had a beer with neighbor. My now ex-wife said it was the same as cheating. We had just talked and drank an hour at joint front lawns. He's a dude. I asked for her rationale. She said I was having secret meetings with other people behind her back. Bats beep. Crazy. Be honest. You were plotting how to kill her and run off with your hunky neighbor. Twist. The neighbor is stupid sexy Flanders. My best friend died 4 days before my ex-GF's birthday. When I found out, I got in contact with my friend so we could meet up and be there for each other. I asked the ex if she wanted to go with me, since she had hung out with them multiple times. She threw a hissy fit and said I was ruining her birthday. She screamed at me for not caring about her and said that I was being selfish. Jesus Christ. Man. That's just plain awful. Now we know why she was an ex. One of my girlfriends got mad at me because, while talking in my sleep, I called her a Decepticon. Autobots take that speep seriously. So is she something cool like a jet? Or are you running around with a tugboat? An ex of mine wrecked her car early one morning 100 miles from home and called me in a panic. She'd never been in a wreck before and didn't know what to do. So I took my entire day off to talk her through it. Deal with the police and insurance. Deliberate over whether a doctor's visit was necessary first. Drive down to the crash site. Rent a trailer. Recover the car. Tow it back home and sell it to a junkyard she didn't have full coverage, and then took her out to dinner. At the end of the day, as I was dropping her off at her apartment, she told me that she didn't want to see me anymore. Her reason? You didn't do anything to make me feel better today. It was all about the car. What about me? I have no regrets ending that one. Jesus peeping Christ, if anything I regret starting that one. You selfish son of a bitch. My husband and I have been married for 9 years. He is never critical of me. He never snaps at me. He never complains. A couple of weeks ago I was lounging in the lazy boy next to our bed eating ice cream while he was lying in bed working on his laptop. He looked at me for a minute and very quietly sighed. I asked what was wrong. He said, "Nothing." I said, "No. Really? Dear? Tell me." I thought he was having a problem with his code. He stopped typing, looked at me, and very matter-of-factly said, "Sometimes when you eat ice cream you are so noisy that I want to strangle you with my bare hands." I see. You've kept this to yourself for almost 10 years? I asked. "Oh. No," he said. "It's only been bothering me for the last 6 or 7 years." Eating noises can be super annoying. Don't read too much into his answer. If she's that competitive over useless internet points, you should show Reddit to her. Seriously, you cannot even add up likes and see it on your profile page. I just got the best idea for Facebook. Not if I code it first. Too late. I've already emailed Mark about the idea. And it's stolen. I like to game. As in weekly D&D sessions with my 30-year-old friends. We've been doing this weekly for 10 years. My wife back in the GF days used to get so upset. Like, screaming and shouting upset. Just a few of the reasons I got from her. It's immature. It's stupid. I should be spending that time with her. The thing is, that is almost the only thing I do for fun with friends. Save occasional games of disc golf in the summer. While my wife plays baseball weekly in the summer and gets together with her friends once or twice a week. No amount of reasoning could ever explain that I deserved to enjoy my time with friends just as much as she did. Her friend finally reasoned it into her head. It hasn't been a problem for years now. In fact, when I considered stopping due to work stresses, she convinced me to stick with it. Her friend compared my hobby with her husband's. Something along the lines of, "My husband goes to the bars multiple times a week. Gets drunk every time. Sometimes driving home drunk at 2 or 3 in the morning. Spends way more money than he makes buying himself and others drinks. And occasionally hits on women while he's drunk. And you're mad because Witty Nick hangs out with his friends once a week in his friend's basement, where they tell each other stories with dice. No alcohol. No money spent. No hitting on women, and he's home by 11:30 p.m. Tell each other stories with dice is my new favorite way to explain role-playing games. It's a role-playing game and a role-playing game. My wife tried to divorce me in her sleep. It was the middle of the night and she shoves me awake. Literally shoves me. I wake up and she's sitting bolt upright in bed like the chick from Paranormal Activity. We need to make other arrangements. She pulls her wedding ring off and stuffs it in my hand. "This is for you. I can't believe you did that in front of our son." She then lays down and is instantly asleep. Like snoring. Completely out. That's when I realized she was asleep the whole time. So I wake her up. She's pissed that I woke her up. And I ask her, "Do you know what you just did?" I'm trying to figure out if I need to sleep with a knife under my pillow the rest of my life. Nope. No clue. Then I hand her back the wedding ring and she remembers. Apparently I had been on the couch and our son asked me a question and I replied, "Yeah. Whatever. I'd rather be boning Faye." Faye BTW is a cartoon character in the online comic strip Questionable Content. Apparently this was enough cause to stimulate a dream divorce. And yes. Now every time when she asks me a question about which I have no vested interest, I always tell her, "Yeah. Whatever. I'd rather be boning Faye." I've lost about 60 pounds since we got married. My wife has gone the other way. This apparently makes me an asshole. Undefined. I don't understand this either. Is this insecurity on the other person's part?